Hey, water pump people. Just winterizing my water pump here a little bit. I mean, when they build these things around water pump, they normally put a frame and then put a metal thing around it. So, a couple things I've done here for the winter, and the Texas winters aren't that bad, but I mean, you know, I get down below zero every once in a while. We'll get some snow on the ground. And the last thing I want is my pump, which supplies water to my horses. I don't care if I go out of water, but I want my horses going without water. So, some of the things I've done to winterize this is, if you can see on the inside there, I don't know if the light's going to be good enough, and I can't tell on my little screen, but I've got some of that Pink Panther insulation you buy. It's just foam, and I cut that in there. And then I use that spray foam out of the can that you can get over at Home Depot. And I just laid some newspaper down on the concrete there. And I was going to use saran wrap or something like that, but I said newspaper, big deal, it'll just come up and then I'll tear it off. So the wind was really rushing through there because there was nothing but sheet metal. And I didn't want my pump freezing up. So what I did is I squirted some of this foam on the newspaper on the ground along this rail here, the concrete rail, and then I just shut the door on top of it, and then it would seal all the edges. So it looked like it did pretty good. After I get all this out, then I'm just going to come along here and kind of cut straight down without pulling it off. And the only reason I'm doing this is this little bar right here comes down. I put this in here to hold up my door when I open it. So it can't come down right now, so I'm going to cut that off, but I'll probably leave this on a corner. It got a little, it stuck to the ground because I didn't have paper, but man, this really curved around. It gave me a good solid edge. This is going to go over here and keep all the wind and stuff out of here, and that's going to keep my tank a little bit warmer. So now this thing should come on down here. Now I got to get a little bit more up here. It's blocking. Oh shit! Damn it! Put that damn metal thing there, busted my butt. So I don't know if that's on the camera there. It's blocking it right there on the corner. So I'm gonna finish. There you go. Now this swings out. And normally when I open this, this closes here. And again, they normally don't have very stable things for that to catch on the ground. The other things that I've done to winterize this is the orange wire you see there is what's called heat tape. That's wrapped around the piping to keep the pipe from freezing. And then I have those two light bulbs there. And they are on that cube I talk about on another video that automatically turns on and provides power when it gets below, I think 35 degrees. So that will automatically kick on. So if it gets 35 inside the pump house, those two lights come on, which provide heat in this closed environment. And now that I have all this foam around here blocking, I still need to, I'm not going to clean this up, but I can just pull this paper off that I used to protect so it wouldn't glue to the concrete. And so now I have a great seal over here on this concrete, and that's going to keep all that wind and cold air out of there. So this light may not even come on, you know, until it gets down to 20 or something, depending on how warm it stays in there. But again, the heat tape comes on when it gets cold in there, and the two lights come on, and that's a pretty good winterizing of how to keep my tank, my water tank, from freezing when it gets cold out here. So hopefully there's some ideas that you can use, and we'll end that there.